As I said, welcome to the Chinese Investors presentation here at the Noble Conference. I'm Alan Clayton, in charge of the investor relations for the company, and I'm accompanied by our corporate counsel, Melissa Armstrong, and of course the CEO of the company, CEO and founder of Warren Wang, standing in the back. Okay. All right, so the company is, again, ChineseInvestors.com. Let's scroll through some of these slides here. There's our safe harbor. Okay. Okay, as you can see from the slide here, Chinese Investors was founded in 1999, and it is a leading financial media portal for ethnic Chinese in the USA and Canada. And the company has, again, been around since 99. We're going on our 18th year here. The company has been public since January of 2012, and the ticker symbol is CIIX. And it says here the current share price is $255. The stock's been very volatile in the last couple of days. It's currently trading, I believe, around maybe 204, 205, but it did hit a 52-week high. It says here 269. It actually hit 275 a couple of days ago. And shares outstanding 7.66, float at 6.5 million, and market cap probably a little lower than 23 million, probably more like 17, 18 million at this time. As you can see from the chart on the bottom right, stock had a relatively rapid ascent in the last couple of weeks, and we'll talk about the reason behind that very shortly. Okay, again, the CEO and founder of the company is Mr. Warren Wang, who's in the back, and as you can see from his resume here, he's had extensive experience in the securities markets, and he's also been responsible for two very successful offerings. One was the initial placing and funding of Shopping.com, later bought by Compaq Computer, and investors had a 300% return in 3 years. And then most recently, we helped fund a company called the Medicine Man of Denver, which is the premier medical marijuana dispensary in the city of Denver. And we helped engage in consulting services for that company to bring them public. The ticker symbol on that one is MDCL, Michael David Charlie Larry. And that company also returned about 500% in about 3 years. So very impressive returns there. Okay. Again, the company is a Chinese financial media company, and we provide real-time market commentary analysis, educational related services in the Chinese language, and we provide support services to our various partners, consulting services to smaller companies, and public relations services. Just stand by a moment. Okay. Okay, let me go to the next slide here. If you look at the medical marijuana business, we're seeing that medical marijuana has been moving into the mainstream. We have a lot of people that are using medical marijuana from epilepsy to depression, things like that. And we're projecting that medical marijuana business will increase to about $216 billion by the year 2021. And the estimated size of the hemp market that we're currently involved with is about 65 million. It's for CBD products, and personal care products could exceed about 147 million. Okay. Now, cannabidiol is primarily what we are involved with. Cannabidiol is the non-toxic ingredient in marijuana, or I'm sorry, not in marijuana. Cannabidiol is the non-toxic ingredient in marijuana, and we do not use marijuana. We're using CBD. Excuse me, can I take a break 1 minute?
Okay. CBD oil is a quickly emerging market. There's a lot of debate surrounding the use of the CBD oil. and marijuana as medicine as well. Most people have heard of the chemical called THC, which is an ingredient in marijuana that gets users high. But recently, the attention has shifted to another compound in the marijuana called CBD. CBD is one of the most important healing substances in the hemp plant. It has strong anti-inflammatory effects without the psychotropic narcotic effects. Recognizing unprecedented opportunities in the U.S. cannabis industry, Chinese Investors is laying the groundwork to capitalize on the growing demand for CBD-based nutrition and health products. Studies have found that CBD oil has the following medical properties. As you can see, it reduces nausea and vomiting. It's been tested in epilepsy, psychosis disorders, anti-inflammatory. I've read some studies, I believe they came out of the UK, where they were using CBD oil in the treatment of cancer. Hemp-derived CBD products. There's been a lot of debate suggesting that CBD derived from industrial hemp has the same properties as cannabis-derived CBD, making it a potential alternative for patients who can't legally access the medical marijuana, but can legally acquire the hemp-derived CBD. As you may be aware, the CBD hemp-based product is actually legal in all 50 states. Scientists have found that some of the ingredients in the CBD hemp oil may be effective in restoring memory, which may help in the prevention of Alzheimer's, and it has been shown to be remarkably effective in alleviating the symptoms of epilepsy and minimizing the severity of seizures, not only in terms of intensity, but also in terms of the frequency. A recent 6-episode documentary on CNN highlighted these therapeutic benefits. Our mission at ChineseInvestors.com is to become one of the leading cannabis industry stocks trading on the OTC through our media division, our CBD oil online shopping division and retail division, and venturing into a CBD drug development division in China. Our strategy here, CBDoil.com is our online shopping site. It should be going live later today. We are working with a distributor offering various CBD products. The sales on the website will be displayed in both Chinese and English, but we are targeting the Chinese community in China, Canada, and the US. The company plans to pursue direct sales in the US, Canada, and China through online and in-store sales. We are currently working on a retail shop in San Gabriel, where we are headquartered. China has a consumer base of nearly 2 billion people, and this large population affords an outstanding opportunity to be the provider of choice for CBD oil products in China. We plan to buy, currently we're working with a wholesaler in the US, but we also plan to buy directly from a Chinese hemp producer, and I'm sorry, but I don't know how to say the name of the province, with greater margins there on production. We're also pursuing the use of a portion of the proceeds raised from a private placement to pursue regulatory approval of specific CBD health applications in mainland China, including research trials to study the efficacy of the CBD oil in the treatment of epilepsy specifically. Our goal is to be the first company in China to use CBD oil as a potential cure for epilepsy. As you may be aware, the process in the US to get a drug approved can be very lengthy, up to 10 years. But in China, it's only going to take 2 to 4 years, which is just a fraction of that time. We're also working on the development of a mobile app, which will go live soon, reaching out into the ancillary businesses that don't necessarily touch cannabis. It's going to be a Yelp-style platform geared towards the Chinese community. So, for instance, if they come to visit the U.S. and they want to experiment in some of the marijuana products here because they can't do it in China, they're going to be able to find where the dispensaries are, what kind of products they have, and they're all going to be able to use it as a platform to communicate with each other and rate the various products. And this is going to be just in the Chinese language. So the dispensaries are going to want to be on board because they're reaching a whole new market of tourists that come in from China and also just the Chinese market in the U.S. communities. These are some of the sample products that we're going to be offering. There's an injectable oils, drops, the gel tabs. You can also put it in nutritional drinks and supplements. That's something that we may look into in the future. The market capital comparison here, you can take a look at that. Our market cap approximately 23 million, shares outstanding 7.66, and the float at 6.6, compared to other businesses right now that are in the medical marijuana industry. Our investment highlights. basically for ChineseInvestors.com, we see that there's going to be great potential for us because we're still going to operate our subscription services, which have been our bread and butter for many years. We have a proven, recognized management team. Mr. Wang has been with the company since its inception. Increasing IR services revenues, that's going to continue. And a promising venture into the cannabis space, including CBD product sales and pursuing regulatory approval of our health applications in mainland China. So, and with our Yelp app, obviously, to enhance the cannabis smokers' experience in the Chinese community. So that's it for now. I'm going to invite Mr. Wang up to answer any specific questions that you might have about the company. And if I talk fast, I'm sorry. That's I've been told I talk fast a lot, but.
So,
Yes.
so anyone have a question about the company? We have a 3-stage plan. First of all, we just want to wholesale the products, we retail out. That's what we do right now. Second step, maybe do white labor, which is put our own name, own brand into that. But most interesting part is we're going to joint venture with a manufacturer facility, pharmaceutical company in China to produce, grow the hemp, and then extract from the hemp from to get into the oil. And then we're probably using the CO2 facilities. I'm not expert on that, but we possibly do some joint venture. But we probably invest into that company or setting up a joint venture. That's our plan. I think it's right now is a supply demand. We can ship the hemp oil from China to US. I think we need to add in more US sales force to wholesale the products, retail out. Our products in China are very organic because from the mountains and weather condition like Colorado, and it's 1/3 of Eastern European price, which are on the market right now. So we possibly, cost base of 50 cents per pill. We can wholesale out $1.50, retail out maybe $3. So it's a step by step. It's need a lot of time to digest it because we don't want to doing too crazy. I read the 10K of a company doing CBD oil. Their inventory costs about $10 million, which is really holding their cash back. It's pain in the butt, so we don't want to go doing too crazy about that.
Currently, I don't see a problem with us acquiring it in the U.S. as well until we enter into a joint venture in China. I believe it's being grown in 7 states now, and so I think there's a supply.
CBD oil, it's 2 compounds, I believe, the THC and CBD. CBD, you need to be over 95%, and THC regulatory, it cannot be over exceeding 0.3 in the US, 0.5 in the China. China already have a CBD-oriented hemp oil-based drinks, but energy drinks take about 2 years to get the government approved. But in here, like Red Bulls and stuff, they don't need a license. But in China, you do need it.
And that's as opposed to the marijuana-based CBD. I don't remember the exact numbers, but the THC content, that's the difference. It's much higher in the marijuana-based products. But you also then potentially have some side effects there that they're promoting that you may not have from the CBD oil, which is very, very low amounts of THC.
I read the China Daily every day
It's not marijuana, it's hemp. So we extract the oil from the hemp. Melissa can make a comments because she have an article in some research.
Well, I was just doing some basic reading. I believe it's already allowed in a few of the provinces in China.
Hemp.
I don't know how to. I don't
It's
know
not marijuana.
how to pronounce them. You know,
Heilongjiang, Xinjiang, and Gansu, Yunnan, yeah.
and so what I was reading is a couple of these provinces are very poor also. So going in and growing the hemp there and providing this source of employment could also be a big boost for the economy. So there's several reasons that they are probably going to take more kindly to this.
Sure. To be honest, I think the media side business is not attract investor a lot of interest because you look the Fox business, whatever Fox and Time Warner, Disney, the valuation maybe 3 times, 5 times. The reason we jump into this business is we invest into the company called MDCL. And one of the board member be a founder of the company, and we invest into this. And back 3 years ago, a lot of people pay attention on our company because we're holding that stock. So I think we kind of have little good reputation on the street because we made a good investment, we made good return for our shareholders. And then secondly, I'm a kind of early guy on the stage. I'm kind of the pioneer of the major social trend. I think that's the business we can evolve and max our shareholder value. So we will still keep our media division, but in the meantime, our focus will shift the gear, more focus on Chinese, be a leading Chinese marijuana company in the U.S. on the public sectors. Second goal is maybe list on NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange because our balance sheet got improved and we have real business. Thirdly, I just mentioned to Alan, I don't know if you guys be early investors, internet.com bubble, because there's at the time everybody just jumping and there's CMGI, ICG, venture capitalist firm, they're trading on the market. People love that. I think the marijuana sector is getting hot, and I think we more act like a investor instead of real management team, specializing in medicine marijuana. We will hire right CEO at certain time from pharmaceutical industry, also an expert on the sales and marketing on the nature product and nutrition products. So that's our goal: maxing our shareholder value, get on list on the market cap, major exchange, improve our balance sheet, maybe have $10-20 million, hire right person to manage the company, be a CEO, chairman, or VP. That's my main goal. I'm not going to be a company CEO forever, but I see if all shareholders make money, I'm so happy, and our company can be listed on NASDAQ, ring the bell. That's my goal. And I think early stage, we need to raise money capital as possible to occupy the market share. Because I went to China, there's everybody's so afraid of marijuana. They don't care about hemp, marijuana. I think this is an opportunity because I went to China in the year 2000. There's not much internet adoption. But look at China right now. We have Alibaba, we have Baidu, we have Sina, everybody on the internet. And they're growing much faster than other competitors in the US. So I see the tremendous opportunity. I think we raise enough money, we can acquire many companies as possible. It's a multi-billion industry. But the media side is kind of, just slowing down. It's our shareholder is not happy. That's my goal. But it's not pump and dump scheme for sure. That's why we have general counsel, we have SEC attorney, and we have right person. We want to make things story because we are the first one on the public sector to doing the medicine marijuana in China, because China have 2 billion people, 1.5 inside China, mainland China, and there's 5 billion outside China. So that's population-wise, it's getting aging. They need a CBD oil, can calm them down, make them happy. Also, I think Chinese people are getting wealthy, so they can spend $1, $2 a day to take in nutrition products. Also, there's in China, there's a lot of patients, a lot of Chinese patients going to the U.S. to treat some cancer, to treat epilepsy. There's 10 million epilepsy patients in China. So if, in example, we develop the drug, we put $2 to $5 million into the system, develop research, and then if we can have a drug approved by FDA, equalize FDA in China, I think it'd be tremendous blockbuster drugs. So that's what we're excited about. But we need to get things going, get rolling. That's why all the stock market got excited. Our stock volume is trading half to a million share. People say, what the hell's going on with the stock? Because we have a tremendous, people think, what the company do. But we also, in the meantime, want to strengthen our board. We want adding more independent director. We are adding general counsel on board. Make sure everything we do is legal and it's not, screw all the shareholders. So I'm excited. I hope everybody excited too. So anyone have more questions?
I think also he has a very strong media presence in China. So we're going to have all these people that are already following the company and following us into the cannabis space. It's just a great place to be right now. We're not necessarily going to get into any businesses where we're touching the marijuana, but there's so many ancillary businesses that are developing right now, and it's going to be a huge market. So if we can target the Chinese community specifically, there's a lot of money to be made there.
Great question. I think main advantage is capitals. So when in China, you see still mom and pop shops, small, only a few private company that are in that sectors. So we all just finished $5 million raise. We are looking for another round. Also, we possibly listing on NASDAQ or Amex with $10 million in the bank. That's our goal. So our advantage using our capital to acquire, merge, acquisition, bunch of companies, and let us become bigger and bigger. And also, I think I know most of the small cap companies in Chinese company in the US. So that's another advantage. I can access to build a relationship for last 4 or 5 years. For example, there's a few company doing direct sales force in China. So we can easily approach them and say, we want to do $1 million investment equity into a company, but we're going to let your guys selling hemp-based organic food or drinks into your system. For example, some company already have 100,000 members. They are like Amway, Herbalife. They already have 100,000 direct sales force. They got a license, so we can place the equity stake into that company and let them sell the hemp. So after merge, acquisition, partnership, equity investment, I think our sales will booming, and then we need to hire right person. We have a real good media outlet relationship for last 16 years inside China or inside US too. I think our sales figure is very positive on that. So as long as we make the right investment, I think we can be a reader. And right now, everybody doubt about because they think, wow, I don't know, it's a lot of speculation, but you will see because after this equity investment, merger, acquisition, I think our sales will booming. That's my confidence on the company. Thank you. So if you guys have any question, we can privately talk. And thank you for coming. And thank you for coming. Pay attention to Chinese investors. Our stock symbol CRX trading very nicely on OTC Baltimore market. Thank you.